Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. I'm Frisman, and today we're doing some epic auto towers, which I've been playing a lot of this, and I've seen videos on YouTube, and I was like, you know what, I'll have a look at it, and I'm really liking this game. So essentially, you just create towers and defend your main tower as you go through. At the moment, this is just a demo, so there's not like much else to do, but we have our main tower here. We get to start with the starting perk. Adds a rare tower to the starting one, or two random. We'll get two random ones for now. But yeah, I'll probably do a few runs of this and, you know, just kind of posting up on what they all do. So, starting off, we've got all these different types of towers. They all do different things. This is the main starting tower, generates 2 gold. If next to the rural tower, otherwise generates 1 gold to start around. Gold is what we use to buy everything with this particular tower, at least in this demo. The milk tower gives milk to towers on the right, and, you know, based on the tower level, and it gives +1 permanent HP to each of the towers it basically hits with that. Thief tower, +1 gold if next to a chest, and then gives them 5 damage at the start of a round, which is kind of nice. It also to do with like, traps, trap station chest towers, that's what it does. Milk tower we've gone through. This one here, which is after being destroyed, grants temporary +1/+1 damage bonus to all towers. And then chest and the royal tower, which is what we are, receive double. And then we've got the mosquito tower, which gains temporary damage bonus at the end of turn for each mosquito on the field, which is basically +1, and it gets an annoyance. Annoyance is something where it basically nullifies the first hit taken, and as you level up, that increases. So it's kind of really an interesting way of doing things. Obviously, we want to go for the startup, which is we'll go for a thief tower, a chest tower, and then put a guardian tower at the front because that'll buff both of these, which should mean the first wave should be absolutely fine. There are probably many different strategies on like what is optimal and stuff like that. Mainly, I just like trying to build something that is fun and interesting, and it depends on what towers we get, and we already start with one of the best ones I can possibly do. So, okay. So we'll go through them all again. So we've already gone the Guardian Tower. We have the Frog Tower, which gains +1 damage and +2 HP. It gives 1 gold in turn if at least 1 level 3 or higher mosquito is on the field. So this will only do it with 1 mosquito level. It duplicates the mosquito towers in the tower store, and if next to Princess, it transforms into a Night Tower, which is a combo you can do. Bee Tower has a 20% chance to change a random tower in the store to a bee or honey tower, and a 2% chance to transform something into a flower tower, which is kind of the build we're going to be going for this time round. We also have the Iron Tower, which permanently gains 75 HP upon reaching level 3, which is a pretty good early game tower if you can get it built up early enough, and then you kind of want to buff its attack to kind of do other things and go from there. But here we go, Obsidian Tower, which retains temporary bonuses as permanent. You get a downside of -1 tower in the tower store permanently until we level up, but that is absolutely fine here. So we will do that, which is the first thing we're going to do. I would like to get this, but to be honest, we're just going to get into the Guardian Tower. We'll worry about the bees in a bit. But yeah, so basically now, when these die, they give +1/+1 to this, and it stays on there, which is really, really good. I kind of wanted to show this game off a little bit more, but straight away we've got one of the most broken combos you can actually do with this straight away. So I'll get a bee tower down because I want the flower tower, which will explain when that appears, and also the honey towers for this particular run. We'll try and upgrade the thief tower if we can. So once you get 3 of them, they upgrade, which in this case, what it does now is to get 2 gold instead of the 1, and it buffs the chest tower a little bit more. So it gets an extra 10 attack rather than just the 5. So you can kind of see what my run is going to do. Now, unfortunately, because this is a demo, I don't get very far. I think you go to like the second boss and that's it. But, you know, I will accept that. That is absolutely fine by me. Do that. We'll start upgrading this tower as well. And I will re-roll here to see what else I get. We do get another one, so we'll pop that there. There are ways to optimize the re-rolls that you get on this, and it's kind of thinking like, what do I need? What's the plan? What am I trying to build? What am I trying to go for? Do I have enough gold and stuff to continue doing what I'm trying to do? And and that's the way you play around it. Like here, I get 2 upgrades. Do I want to reroll again? Rerolling doesn't give me anything, so I must just purchase this and put it on there. It's a 10-10 already, which is pretty good. Now, oh yeah, so upgrade-wise, worry about that at the moment. I think there is a accelerated. There we go. We'll get more gold. I should have gone through all those options. We'll do it next time if there is one. So yeah, this now gives +2/+2 instead of +1/+1. The bee tower ups the chances of me finding more bee towers and honey towers. So that's kind of why we're upgrading it. Wanted to get that flower tower as soon as possible. A flower tower is actually uncommon, and towers will change their gold cost varying their rarity. So you've got common, uncommon, and rare towers. So you kind of want to work around like how much gold you have, and it's 3, 5, and then 10 are the breakpoints for those also. So sometimes it's like, do I want to reroll? Not really, because I probably end up losing out on some gold, so we won't bother. Ooh, another Guardian. We'll take that. I'm not going to bother with a Thief because it won't upgrade anything, but we'll continue that, and I'll reroll once more. And I'll buy another Guardian Tower because might as well there. So yeah, this is now up to 2323, and we're going to try and scale this as much as possible. There are other ways I can scale this. For me at the moment, we're just focusing on these, and I might get the side bonus with these also, but there's even a better way than that. If I take one of these away, I could use other towers to benefit me. I really wanted that. That was very annoying. I'll keep re-rolling. There you go, so there's a honey tower. So I'll explain what this does. So at the start of the turn, it absorbs the tower to the left, and the tower absorbed by that gains the damage bonuses as a permanent bonus. So this will buff other towers, basically. That's all it does. But there's a reason why I want that alongside the flower tower, which I will explain if it appears, which it probably won't now because that's the way the game goes, right? Another honey tower. I'll put it down. Watch me get the flower tower the moment I do this. Actually, no, we can put that here just in case. So this is something that I think not a lot of people realise with this particular thing. So I won't re-roll anymore because I don't want the next tower appearing. I'll just put it by a B. So the order of stuff that they go in is always left to right, unless there's like a weird thing with the sort of the ordering of stuff. So the destruction of towers is actually right to left, and this is why this is important. So I could have just put this on here and then we re-rolled until I got another one and then doubled its stats, but this way, if I do it this, it doubles itself and then goes into it, so it buffs it again. So just from the 2 of the same tower, I get 3 towers worth of stats, right? And I think that's something that is something. So here we go, boss fight now. Basically, this has equal attack based upon its damage, which is not a very good thing for me to have right now. See if we can actually beat it. We'll put that there. I would like a flower tower. Any tower again, we'll pop that there because I would like to have it. If we do get another one, we do. I'm going to try and roll for that flower tower. I did not get it. Much disappointment. And the real question is do I have enough damage to actually beat this thing? I do. Cool. A sense of panic there. So common towers are 1 gold cheaper, plus they keep appearing. That is actually really good for the build we want to go, I think. Or just everything is 1 gold cheaper. Nah, we're all 1 gold cheaper. Now, after you defeat a boss, you do get like a rare tower. So like Cow Tower gives extra, plus it receives all the milk bonuses that are on the milks. So any of the milk towers, it just gives the stat strict to this when it levels up or purchases. Princess gives 2 experience for those, and the slime tower eats something, which is, you know, what it does. There we go, that's what I was looking for. I was just rolling there to get the extra honey so I could pass that honey across. So here we now get to Act 2 and we get some tokens which you can have. So token wise, up arrow token basically increases the max level of a tower. We get to remove a tower, or we can turn a tower into gold and gain ×2 its level, which is kind of nice. We can either guarantee a particular tower that I already got in the field, which is something I might take, and then if anything is above level 5, we can give it +12, +12, which is also a good thing. And then we have a freeze, so we can guarantee to have something there. I will take that one because I like the freeze, plus the same as the others we had before. Again, pop that there, check that on there, and then we'll roll and see if we can actually get... There we go, Flower Tower. Let's pop it down and I'll show you. So when gaining experience also grants that value in gold. The reason for that is it doesn't actually increase its bonuses when it levels up, so you get gold instead. And at the end of the turn, grants adjacent towers a temporary damage and HP bonus equal to 20% of its own damage and HP. So it gets 1 on that, but then this will also get 1 and then gets absorbed. So it'll actually start increasing its own stats much more rapidly, which is absolutely hilarious. And that's what we're going to go for. Increase the B there as well. I would have preferred it to give me 1 more honey, which is why we're rolling. No point now. Actually, no, we can roll 1 more. No honey. Disappointment. So you can see there, it kind of buffed it and then got absorbed. So that is the play, which then gives this more stats, which hopefully we can scale this a little more quickly now. Put the Guardian Tower down, because I do want that. Reroll again. Man, that's hilarious. So yeah, oh yeah, Ladder Tower. This just basically is put 1 on it and it levels up instantly, which is kind of a build you can build around as well. Now we'll put that on there just in case I do get a level up on it, so we can remove the negative from this. Dice Towers, upon a reroll, gets either +1 HP or +1 damage. This is permanent. And then upon a reroll, you have 1% chance to add a Clover Tower to the tower shop, and that tower will be free. Interesting mechanics. I'll try and explain them all. If I do miss some, I'll explain them as I get builds and stuff as I play, because I like this game. It's interesting, it's fun, it's unique. Oh, level up wise. So when you do get a level in your tower, you choose something. In this case, you get either 10 plus 10. We get another random upgrade to a tower in the store. The raw tower gives more gold, which is what we end up going for. +1 tower in each store, or we get some removals. So that's your choices, pretty much. I just go gold, because this build just needs gold more than anything else. There's no point me increasing my B tower anymore. 50% chance is good enough for me. Right, I'll just transform one of those. We get more gold in this, but I don't really need it. That's what I want, so there you go. We leveled the Obsidian Tower up, and now it doesn't have the downside. So this is the one thing I was talking about. So this is the other aspect where if I didn't have this tower, I get the Forge Tower. Which I might actually... Do I want to get rid of that now? Because what the Forge Tower will do is it'll give +5/+5, which will just give this more stats to transfer across. So I am going to do that. I'm going to get rid of this one. Pop it down. I don't have any gold, which is very annoying, but it's good enough, right? So I lose some stat gains, but now it'll mean that I can give those stats consistently more across. Thank God we had those. Don't care about any of those. There we go. So now when I do this, I can do this, Forge a Tower, and turn that to a +5/+5. Then it gets the stats from this and adds them on, and then, yeah, you know, insanity ensues, right? Don't care about that. Don't care about those. Do you want the Guardian Tower? And we'll then turn here. So now that gives more stats. That's kind of why you want that particular tower is part of this build. Normally you want it a lot earlier, and again it's a lot more intensive on just giving more and more stats, but like if this run could continue past this phase, it would make it absolutely hilarious. At least to me. I'm already set up here. If I'm rolling, what am I rolling for? Extra flowers, extra towers. I would go for money, but again, like after this phase I don't need any more. Upgrade that, 'cause it does give this more stats, so it is worthwhile. Bees we don't care about. More honey, don't yeah, I can't level that up if I buy it anyway, so there's no point. You can see like this starts scaling a little bit more and more and more, which is kind of why you want that Forge Tower early, because it helps ramp up the Flower Tower a lot quicker, essentially. Like, that is the whole point of it. Just giving these extra shots. If you get this upgraded, it actually upgrades to like plus up to 1010 and so on and so forth. So it is actually worthwhile upgrading that if you get the opportunity. So yeah, I leveled this up. Basically, it doesn't change anything, but does give it extra +5/+5 in stats. Obsidian Tower would be nice if we can upgrade that. More Flower Tower stuff. Don't want the chest, it's kind of waste of money at the moment. Another Obsidian Tower. If I get one more, that's gonna be hilarious. Let's reroll. Extra gold. So you can see, yeah, it's ramping up quite nicely, right? This is now like a 99 and 108. That's what you want from your Obsidian Tower. You want it to be as big as possible. And, oh, this is hilarious. So, the reason why I wanted to level up the Obsidian Tower is because I now gain extra bonuses from my bonuses. So I get an extra 25%, which is kind of the whole point of why I am playing this particular build. That's an extra more bonus on top of that. That can go there. We can play that there. We can upgrade that. Yeah, so this passes 20% of it. So this gets like 10 10 on top of it. Then it gets absorbed, and then yeah, absolute madness. And these are also at the moment giving +4/+4 each. So yeah, this is a scaling build. And eventually, like, this will be so strong that it can pretty much just, like, fight everything by itself. Like, you don't actually need anything else to help you out. And there are breakpoints with the builds and the enemies that you're gonna focus on. Well, I keep building. I will not stop. I need a honey tower, though. Really bees. What was that? Yeah, eventually like the Flower Tower will be strong enough to like deal with everything else because I've got like lots more buffs on it. Because the thing is, like, it gains like an extra 20% of its own stats every time I have thing. Oh yeah, so we got the boss to face, which is a guy that is I think it's 50 and 500 health, and he gains 5 HP every time he hits him. You know, kind of cool. So here we go. I wish it didn't forge then. So yeah, now this gives it up to 1010. It can go up to now, which is kind of really good. So this would even have even more stats to pass along if we wanted to go that route. I don't have a tower that is at level 5. Much disappointment. Yeah, so we'll just end turn, and then here goes the fight. We'll slow it down, just so we can see what goes on. So you can see, yeah, he hits the... And there we go. Obsidian Tower for the win. Okay, that's broken. So yeah, other perks got here, 7 gold to start each round, max all towers now are unlimited, and then basically improved chances of uncommon and rare towers, which is pretty good as well. We'll just get that, because it doesn't matter now, because that is the round done, as it were. So we'll just end turn and move on. And then you go to the third stage, and then I think they do have like a behind-the-scenes beta or alpha test going on. I think this game is meant to come out at some point this year, in theory, depending on when they get stuff done. And then, yeah, you get like another tower and stuff moves across, and then you get more towers to play with. So it's kind of interesting. I mean, I really like it, and I'm surprised I got the Obsidian Tower so quickly, because it is just absolutely hilarious. But yeah, that's kind of like a first look at it. It's going to be on my radar for a game that I would like to get when it does come out, but we will have to see. Again, if you do enjoy the video, do leave a like, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.